Hey guys, I'm in bed. I have my feeding tube stuff here. This whole video is going to be kind of hard to shoot just because I'm kind of by myself, and I'm in one of the most interesting situations I've ever found myself living alone, disabled, which is what I came out here to do and be, and that's what my Mikey wheels everything is all about. I'm just trying to find out what I'm capable of. Um, I was just reading a lot of hate on the internet, which is always wonderful to read. Thank you, Reddit people. You are so smart. And I say that with sarcasm. But besides that, I have to get out of bed with my feeding tube and all my equipment for the feeding tube. Now, I've never done that, and I have no idea how it's going to go with the lift, which is right here. And I have to get all the way over to my chair and make sure that none of the feeding tube wires, which I will show you, don't get caught. Um, every time you hear a noise, it's a kind of a notification. Anyway, so I have to sit up and hold this thing and transfer it and carry it. I figured I'd just take you along for the ride because it's going to be a long one, and I'm by myself, and I have a friend coming, but I have to go to the bathroom. Maybe. I don't even know. When you're on a feeding tube, you feel really weird. So, just my stomach's upset in general. I need to be in a place where I can access a bathroom at a quicker pace. Not in bed. So, here we go. Do the usual lift up using the lift. I lower down the lift. And then I raise it back up after I get a good strong grip on it with my hand. Thankfully, I have some muscles left in my hand. And then I do this, which is really painful, but it does the job. All you Reddit people, you're so smart. Paris Hilton pays all my bills. And that's why I'm here by myself. And that's exactly why I don't have an entourage of people helping me. You're so smart. You figured it all out by yourself. Alright. Now comes the part where I'm going to be a little vain. Because my hair cannot look like this. Even though I'm showing you something, I refuse to at least have my hair just look like complete doo-doo. So I'm going to try and push it up a little bit. Which is not also an easy thing to do either. Gotta put my hand on the lift. I don't have any muscles to lift it up, so these are my muscles. And come here and try not to drop my hand or knock myself back, which has happened many a time. Ah, shit. I just noticed something while being in my, while sitting upright and looking forward, is that my wheelchair is plugged in. Which means it's going to be that much harder. So, as you guys can tell, this is the reason why it's hard to eat too, because I can't lift my hand to my face for anything, including just trying not to look like it. You know what? Whatever. I look like whatever I look like, so that's what I'm going to have to deal with. So, first things first is get this from around me. And it's too big and it doesn't really squeeze me the right way. Oh, I just ran into a problem. I have to get it around the feeding tube. And that's very painful and not really working out. I have to keep it above my... As I said, it doesn't really work. The lift doesn't really work in the sense that it's supposed to carry me by my sides, and what it does is it carries me by my shoulders. So it ends up being very painful, but in this case, at least it's avoiding my new J tube, feeding tube. So, yay on that factor. Factor 1 win, me. Alright. Oh, that's a very bad noise. Shizer. Okay, to make matters even worse, that means that somebody unplugged my wheelchair charge, my lift charger. Thanks, Nick. Appreciate it. Oh. So this may go terribly wrong. It's a good thing that I have a friend potentially coming over. If I didn't have friends, I swear to you, I don't know what I would do. Alright, I have to make this quick because I now know that the battery has not even been charged for the past 20 days as I've been in Mayo. While I did absolutely nothing but give me a feeding tube. Oh, shit. Excuse my language, but now there's a problem with the machine. This is reality. Sorry, I just gotta give it to you as it is. How am I gonna do this? I want to show you all, but God, am I limited. Alright. What are you trying to tell me? This bag is not exactly light when you can't even lift your own hand on its own. You get it. You get the point. I don't have to rub it in. So now I'm just getting my right hand, which is sometimes I can get a little more leverage with it. So I'm using that to hook onto the backpack where the feeding tube gear is at. Please, I apologize again for the camera, but this is real life. This is not tequila. This is not Jersey Shore. And yes, I'm from Jersey, but don't ever say that to me, because I might get very angry. I have nothing to do with that horrible show. Oh, this is why the fundraisers are so very important, people. It's not for myself. Well, it's for myself, but it's not so I can get rich. It's because help like this costs money. To get reliable people that don't have another job or something better to do with their time than help out a sick person, which, believe it or not, a lot of people feel that is the case. So, we have managed to somewhat get the backpack on my lap. Here it is. So, let's find out what she's got to say to me. No flow, no food. No flow means I gotta find a kink in the wire somewhere. Yeah, right. While I carry it, while I'm getting lifted. It's gonna be fun. Aren't you guys glad you sat through an 9-minute video? No food. That's not true at all. Because I have to unplug the power anyway, because I am trying to leave. I do all this, people, because I believe that it's worth it for you to see the reality side of life that not too many people get to see. For example, like, this is it, and I can't even get this plug out the side. I don't know if I can even see it. It's so hard for me to film, but I will try anyway. If you don't try, wasting your time. Just plug right here. Not very easy. Come on. Okay, at least we're charged. And using every bit of leverage I have, got it to unplug. Awesome. As Bora would say, great success. Alright, now we will do this, which is try and secure it. Try and secure it. I don't know why I just flipped the cameras to the machine. So that doesn't fall out while I'm carrying myself. And I dropped my phone. Alright. This really would be easier, would help. It's a good thing that California is so great about it. I know some of you are probably saying, why is he filming? Isn't that making it harder? Not really, guys. I'm kind of just laying the camera down. You can already see why, because there's a gap in this, one of the tubes, which means it's not getting any fluids. Or as I created the new hashtag, fluids, because it's not food and it's not fluids, it's both. So I created a hashtag. Alright, this is really not easy. Alright, now I'm doing something dangerous. Putting my arm inside of the armrest, the lift, just so I can Velcro this, but I have to do this. I have no choice. You know what, I'm just going to turn you off, because I don't know what else to do with you right now. Oh, I can't get my arm back over. Oh, come on. Ah, finally. That was really tough. Alright. So, where are we at on the boring level? We got 12 minutes of boring you. Awesome. It's just what I wanted on YouTube. So, I got it back in. I think I could show you. I lift up my arms with the lift. And you can kind of see. Well, you can see and hear the machine dying at the same time. So now, zip it up, which is going to be super fun. This is something that, by the way, I don't even know if I can even accomplish. I may have to call maintenance and have them send up some help, because I might just be screwed, but I have to try it once, and if I don't try it and see if I can do it or not, then I will never know if I can do it. And that's why I'm making this video right now, because it's going to happen tomorrow and the day after. I plan on living. I ain't dying yet, so it's not like I can afford help to be here 24/7. So until then, I am my own cripple MacGyver. And don't give me any comments about cripple, please. I am one. I can say it. Leave me alone. Alright. Gotta zip up the pocket. Otherwise, yep, it's creek. It minus the S. Sugar honey iced tea. Madagascar, sorry. Gotta reference a funny movie when I'm doing something bad. Because anything that's happening cheers me up. I don't really care even if I gotta sing to myself. Badly, too. See? It's all good. It's all good. We're at 14. YouTube may even not even let this because it's so boring. They'd be like, you got the 15-minute limit. Sorry. Well, it's alright. The scary part about this is if none of this goes right, I may go to the bathroom. and not where I want to. Yeah, you can figure that out. It means not where you want it to be. In bed, and this lift may die on me, and I may drop the bag and pull on the tube, and risk central. But I don't really feel like soiling the bed. Sorry, not something that I plan on doing, especially if I don't even know the guarantee about help to clean it up. So I will not take that chance. I apologize. But you know what? Okay. Get the blanket off me. If I can. Don't forget, everything is heavy when you're disabled. Including a blanket. Blankets are heavy too. And so are when bottles get stuck behind you. Everything is heavy. Go away. I am lowering the bed behind me. I have no idea how this is going to work. This is really sketchy. Really, really sketchy. But if I don't try, I'll never know. And I never not try. That's not who I am. I'm kind of the trying type for those who actually know something about who I am and what I'm trying to do and why I'm trying to do it. It's about a message. It's not about me. It's about a message, people. About doing things, about accomplishing things. And whether you can or you can't, just give it a go. Now I'm trying to move the backpack so I can remove the sheet so I can get the leg rests from the lift under my legs to carry me. Otherwise it only picks me up under my arm. Therefore I will fall like I almost did about about a year ago, and I almost died because I was hanging upside down for 5.5 hours. So that was joy to the world as well. But I survived because that's what I do best. Alright, well I got the right leg hooked, which is good because I leave most of the blanket free on the right. And I'll show you. Gotta lower the lift and do all sorts of stuff to show you, but it's worth it. It's worth it. Everything in life is worth it. See, I don't know if you can see it, but right leg is hooked, as we can hear the battery on the road and lift eye. Very scary noises. Very scary noises. And I'm have no idea how I'm going to get out this. In fact, I don't think I can. It's not that I didn't try. Let me do a test. The test is if the lift will work or not. No. Well, what did we learn here? Always make sure that your lift is plugged in. If you're going to live and be disabled on your own, have more money than you could ever imagine, because it's really expensive just to get by. And for all those on the internet, before you start thinking that you know everything about somebody's life, maybe try and email them. Ask them a few questions. I'm happy to answer them, but, thinking that I have help all the time and fun money, and I go clubbing. Yeah, I go clubbing because I have friends that like me and care about me, and they get me to go in for free, and they give me money once I go. So I get there and I get to medicate, and I get to hang out with my friends. That's all I get to do. I don't go clubbing and get drunk and have a good time. I get paid so I can live. What I accomplished today, got the bag ready, found out that my lift is dead, and I have to wait for help. I'm going to continue to try, but it's only going to be another 20 minutes. I'm not going to do that to you. I can't do that to you. And I already have to pee now, so I have to stop what I'm doing and now find a way to pee and then continue with what I'm doing. Wish me luck. It's very hard to live alone, especially with a feeding tube, especially with no money, especially when everybody's hating on you, telling you, hey, you don't really need it. Okay. I'll just sit here and wait and maybe soil the bed. Sweet. Because that's what every 29-year-old wants to do. And sure, I could go home and live with my parents, but they're kind of out of their mind. They really are afraid of death and treat me in really kind of weird ways. Yeah, they support me in some ways, but they kind of lost it at one point. Having a disabled child kind of does that to anybody, I think. All my friends, and they're not weak, and they're not strong enough, the weak ones at least. All my old friends are not friends anymore, shall I say. But I'm just going to call for more help, and I'm probably actually going to call for maintenance right now and tell them to come up and help me. Because I am what you would call screwed. So, I love you very much, and I'm going to go because there's nothing further that I can do at this point. I tried everything I could. I did what I can. And now I'm going to do even more. Make some phone calls and get out of this situation so I can move on with my life. I want to go hiking. I want to go clubbing for free. I want to do a lot of things and edit the video from Mayo Trip and update everybody on Mazers.com and the video and everything that we're doing. So I love you all. Sorry for boring you for 22 minutes, but welcome to 22 minutes of my life. I'm going on 23, but I'm going to label it 22. Love you all. Cheers.